Hey, what is up, guys? This is Gold. Welcome to another account takeover video. This is your account of Mr. Iona, where, oh my god, we've got some Great Hall action going down, where for some odd reason, we're leveling up one of the stats in the Great Hall. You knew we were going to open with the roast, man. We're leveling up one of the stats in the Great Hall in crit damage that's only useful to like 1 in 8 champions in all of Raid Shadow Legends, which is really sad to see, man. Accuracy first, people. Accuracy first. It's useful to most champions inside of Raid. Then resistance, defense, and or HP. You can rank all these up at the same time if you want. I don't give a damn, but focus on defensive stats after your accuracy, man. Those are useful to everybody, you know what I'm saying? We've also got a gem mine that's fully upgraded, which is lovely to see, but then a guardian ring where we haven't unlocked all of the slots. I'm very, very tempted to just dump the 300 gems here right now and get... Why is there an Amius in the guardian ring? What is the meaning of this? Shouldn't we be leveling Amius in Minotaur and farming up all of his masteries instead of, you know, just passively leveling him in the guardian ring? I don't know, man. I feel like the Guardian Ring is really the home of 3- and 4-star food champions that you're taking up to max to eventually turn into chickens, you know? I don't really... Yeah, okay. It's just a bit odd. I've never seen a mythical champion in a Guardian Ring before. But all of those things are not the main issue that this account has. In fact, you know, man, just based on the champion roster that you guys can see on screen right now, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see the issue that I see, man? Looking at this account and knowing that this account is stuck into a few areas of the game, including like Spider Stage 20. This account is stuck in Spider Stage 20, normal mode, you know what I'm saying? As well as normal mode Fire Knight Stage 20 as well. Can you think as to why, man? Based on what you can see right here. Have a little think about that, man. Before we get into that, if you're looking to start off a new raid account, man, now is the time to get that done while Michelangelo is still the login reward legendary champion, the freebie that you can get on your new account. But I'm telling ya, Michelangelo's not going to be around for much longer, okay? In fact, you can no longer start the Michelangelo chase on a new raid account after October 30th, so the clock is seriously bloody ticking. In fact, by the time this video goes up, who knows? Maybe he's gone, right? Make sure to click on the promo link down below this video at the top of the description box, man, and use that link to create a new raid account, man, for all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now. Basilius, Uranus, and 3 free epic champions from that beginner promo link will be yours on your new raid account. And again, get that account made, man, before Michelangelo is no longer a thing as a freebie for new players, man. Okay, so the main issue I see with this account straight away is, I tell you what, man, this is cut to the chase, man. I think that people have this habit of, they pull a legendary champion, they get all excited about it, it's the shiny new toy, and they max up that legendary champion to the exclusion of all else. And so if we just take a look at the 6-star champions only on this account, like the vast majority of these guys are legendary champions. Now, this might not seem like a big issue. What's the big deal with that? We've got quite a good amount of powerful legendaries here. We've got some questionable ones, like good old Harvest Jack, you know, who's not so great. We've got Queen Eva here as well. Not a terrible champion, but not exactly incredible either. We've also maxed up the Rajin as well. Horse Rings here making a little shown as well. You know, I think he's a little bit underrated, honestly, but you know, not the greatest choice most of the time. The issue with having, and dude, I didn't even need, before I even logged into this account, I heard that this account was struggling on certain dungeons. It is stuck in stage 20 on certain dungeons and is struggling to clear even just Doom Tower for the first time on floor 120 on hard mode. With this roster, that shouldn't be happening. I already knew the problem before I logged in, man, looking at this roster, and it's too many legendaries, and I made the prediction that most of these Legos probably are not booked, and we have like Lego syndrome on this account, man. It's a new syndrome that I just come up with. And that is basically when you pull yourself a legendary champion and you think to yourself, oh my god, man, this legendary, oh, it's going to be so sick. And you level that champion up to 60 and you don't have the books for it. And it's going to underperform because a legendary champion that's unbooked has super long cooldowns, low land rate debuffs, super long cooldowns. I already said that, but it's bloody important. Like, a fully booked good epic champion is better than an unbooked legendary champion 99% of the time. Straight up, you know, that's what your epics are for, man. They're for progression, you know. So we've got a Lemonisi here that's unbooked, which is fine. She's not like a huge booked priority. Adeline also unbooked. She's basically an uncommon champion as far as I'm concerned, so I'm glad that she hasn't been booked. Yes, I'm just trying to annoy everybody who likes Adeline, by the way, at this point. We do a bit of trolling. It's, well, yeah, that's not good. We got good old Alice fully booked up as well. I don't mind this. I think that she's the kind of champion that can do without the skill books and do just fine, but she's fully booked. fair enough, fine, cool, tight. We can use her as an arena nuker and we'll probably get some good value out of her over the long run. It's fine, I don't mind that. Mikey, not booked. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not so much of a bigger fan of that. Mikey's very, very bloody powerful. 5-star awakened champ. I don't know, I wouldn't have surprised, I would have been pretty happy to see books into Mikey. He's not booked. Skeletor, same thing. Pretty damn good champion into Chimera. Not so much elsewhere. I don't mind seeing him unbooked. Loki, also not booked. Okay, we're starting to see a pattern now. Calvalax, great champion. Great poisoner, great into Demon Lord, great into Dragon, not booked, right? Queen Eva, I'm glad that she's not booked, right? But also unbooked. UDK, not booked, okay? Wither the Crown is actually fully booked, right? So, you know, it's not to the point where we've only got like 2 legendary champions that are booked or something. Some of these guys are actually booked, and Grit, Wither the Crown's a pretty good Hydra support. We've got Gaius unbooked, we've got Artur unbooked, we've got Authoritrix. Glad to see that she's booked, right? Not all of the champions that we've booked up have been a disaster. Some of them are actually pretty good, but you can see what I mean, right? We've got a lot of powerful champions here. It's also great to see Mithrala's booked as well. Rathalos, Arix is actually booked. The Ninja is not booked, which is really, really sad to see. You'll notice I'm skipping over certain champions here, by the way, and there is a reason for that. We've got the Vizix unbooked. We've wasted 1 skill book into the Drexthar, which is really sad. Attack isn't booked. I'm focusing on some of the more powerful champions now, you might notice. Marda is like half booked, which is really not what you want to do. Like, you gotta finish booking out a champion before moving on to the next one to secure cooldown reductions on their skills. That's like the most important thing. Cooldown reductions and land rates on debuffs. Getting like Ninja's HP burn to a 100% land rate and 100% activation rate is such a bloody massive deal, right? You gotta get a skill like this and a champion like this fully booked, especially Ninja, who you're gonna use everywhere in the game, you know? Ninja should be like book priority number 1 on this account, as far as I can see right now. I might change my mind as the video goes on, but a bloody good champion. And so we've got like, I'd say like 70, maybe 80% of our legendary champions are not booked at all, or have received like 1 or 2 books here or there. We've put full books into Abada, bro. Which I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh god. Like, it's not the worst mistake in the world, but it's not great either, right? A champion like Abada, she's an arena specialist and an arena 10 meter booster, and so she comes in with her A3, she boosts all of your team's 10 meter, and your team one-shots everybody. Or she comes in and boosts your team's 10 meter, and you don't quite kill everything in like arena, and then she gets a second turn, and then she uses her A4 in this case and either revives or boosts 10 meter again. That's what she does, and then the game's over. You know, you don't really have time to get value out of cooldown reduction on an Abada. You know what I'm saying? It's not really her thing. Arena matches typically just end too quickly for you to get value out of cooldown reduction, and so she's one of those that doesn't really need to be booked. You know who else doesn't need to be fully booked? Good old Scylla the Drakes, man. She really doesn't need the bucks. She just doesn't need them. The difference with Scylla the Drakes is that, yes, you can increase her debuff land rate chance with the decreased speed on the A1 or the stuns on the A2, and you can even get some cooldown reduction on the A2. And so you might think, oh, but Cobb, doesn't she fit the bill? Yeah, but not really, because her stun rate is still very low even after bucks. The A1 is still not a reliable decreased speed or 10 meter decrease even after bucks. She doesn't get those 100% land rates from getting bucked, and the best part about Syl is really the heals from her passive, which doesn't require bucks at all. And the revive, it's allowed to be a long cooldown. It doesn't really matter that much. Syl can do her job just fine against things like Griffin, where she excels. Spider, Drexthar, you know, Scylla the Drake's teams can do just fine with an unbooked Syl as well. Yeah, and again, I wouldn't really harp on this too much if we didn't have champions like Artak and Ninja that are going and Vizix that are unbooked on this account. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where we gotta take an issue with it, you know? There are champions here that are starving for the skill bucks, and they've kind of gone into champions that could have done without them. Here or there, you know. Now, the bigger issue here, to be fair, is again just the amount of legendary champions that we've maxed on up without being able to book them. Now, you might think, oh, well, you know, there's still a good amount of epic champions here. What's the big deal, Cobb? Yeah, you'd think so, but then if you go to the 5-star champions, oh my god, do we have a lot of good epic champions here that absolutely deserve to be taken up to 60, man. And guess what? Oh, way easier to build and fully book than legendary champions, you know. This account is struggling with some of the stage 20 dungeons. Okay, fine. It's also struggling at building multiple Hydra teams. And I can see why. Okay, we've got all these 50... Okay, first of all, we've got like an unbooked Vizix, which would have been a great help into Hydra. AoE decrease speed, ally protect, reliable 310 cooldown provoke on like a Vizix would be great. But even all these epic champions, man, we've got a Rector Drat sitting level 50. Like, bro, this is a great Hydra support. Like, this is an incredible Hydra support right here. Doom Priest as well. Doom Priest can also rocket straight up to 60 in this account. Get her a banner, get her moving faster, man. Get her nice and survivable. Great Hydra cleanser, Hydra healer on this passive skill. In fact, now I look at it, man. Okay, so we've got like, these are the champions I would have taken up to 60 before like a dozen of those legendaries. We've got Rector Drath, Duck the Pierced, incredible into Faction Wars. Zagala, monster into Faction Wars as well. Great champion. Cardinal, if you need a reviver for Faction Wars, okay, fine, I'd max her up too. Skaramis, decrease attack and AoE provoke. Faction Wars God, right? You can even build him in high resistance gear and use him as a 310 cooldown provoker into Hydra as well, and use him as a mischief tank into Hydra because he self-buffs with counterattack and continuous heal. I'm going to probably do like a more in-depth review video pretty soon. It might be up on the channel already. On Skaramis, talking about him as a mischief tank and his uses in the game and as like a Hydra champion. Renon brings a revive. She could be 60 as well for Faction Wars, if not at least fully booked at 50. Gisgard is great. Vegas is great. Doom Priest we've touched on. We're a little bit beyond Ruella on this account, so we could go ahead and give her a skip. I don't think that she's actually necessary anymore for this account to take up to 60. We're far enough along now, you know. We've got a Magna here that we could take up to 60. Having a damage dealer sitting at 50 like this and fully booked is a crime, you know. We could easily build out him. Miscreated Monster, Venomage to go. Even Golden Reaper's a great little support champion. Increased speed buffer to take into Faction Wars 2. Skullcrown's a great AoE damage dealer. You know, like, I just feel like there's a lot of champions here that we could be building on up and getting some pretty incredible value out of. Especially when I know for a fact that this account is also struggling with Amius as well. We've got a Venomage sitting here too, you know what I'm saying? Also unbooked. And so I'm just thinking that a big issue with this account and a big reason why it's stuck, it's just focused way too much on leveling legendaries that it's not ready to build, you know? I have no problem with building a powerful legendary out that you plan on, you know, getting fully booked on up in the coming months, you know. That's totally fine. It's also totally fine if you've got nothing else to build, yeah, to start building and level 60ing your legendary champions, why not? But when you've got an absolute gold mine of just powerful progression champions here that you could be building up to make Doom Tower a breeze, to make Kez City way easier, this is what you can be focusing your efforts on. Because at the end of the day, leveling like even like a ninja at 60 unbooked, what are you gonna do with him? Where are you using him, really? Maybe like a Hydra C team or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's half a champion without books. Or like an Attack, for example. Who are you going to take into Hydra, man? Something like a super just unbooked Attack? Or are you going to bring along, for example, or like a bloody Mordecai, man? You can like fully book on up. High land rate HP burn, like 100% land rate HP burn, I should say. Okay, actually, maybe it's still Attack, man. Attack's just that good that maybe Mordecai's not a good example, but if it was like a Skrank on this account, I'd point at the Skrank and say build the Skrank instead, is my point, you know? And so this is all to say, really, do not, if we just get the click on the Amius there, do not be neglecting your epic champions when it comes to progression. Now, I've got to just take a quick poke around the rest of the account as well. Where are our brews? We are so low on brews, man. Are we using those brews to rank up champions? Man, be honest with me now. Are we using these brews on food champions to get champion trading points? Or are we using these brews to rank up and level up champions, man? Because we don't want to level up Minotaur, you know what I'm saying? Skill tomes are actually sitting on 6 legendary skill books. Oh my god, dude. We could just go ahead and... Hang on. 4, 2... Okay, never mind. We can't fully book the ninja, of course. His A1 is still quite unbooked as well, but... Yeah, I mean, this is probably where I'd put them, bro. I'd actually prefer to fully book the Vizix, to be honest, because I know that we're struggling with Hydra on this account. We need a good, solid provoker here. But given that the ninja's already half booked, I think it's probably better to just finish the job on ninja. Now, just taking a quick look at the gear situation on the account. Also, like, Gi is also like a huge culprit, something that holds people back. Looking at the Alice's build, it looks to me she's just in a very PvP focused build. These crit rate gloves, yeah, they do feel like crit rate gauntlets given how high a crit rate was with just 5-star gloves. But yeah, 4-piece stone skin, okay, one layer of stone skin, decent accuracy, pretty good speed. Tells me that, yeah, we're focusing on using our Alice in arena teams, which is totally fine. What's the Arbiter speed like? Okay. So the Arbiter is just shy of 300 speed, just about 279, 280 speed. Again, I sort of feel like you got to think about where you are using each champion in the game and building their stats to specialize them in those areas of the game once you're in like a mid-game phase of your account like this. And the Arbiter, honestly, she's building quite a bit of accuracy, man. Is this as fast as we can get the Arbiter? Like, we've got a pinpoint weapon here that's given some HP percent. It's got a single speed roll. It's a red stat, so it's kind of like a double speed roll. Only one speed roll on the helmet, double speed roll on here. We didn't pink stat into speed on the boots. Single speed roll here. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like surely we can do better with this Arbiter, man, and just get her firing faster, you know? And this could be another way that you can sort of min-max and optimize your account, especially as you're progressing into the mid-game, and you're no longer just trying to like hit stage 20 on dungeons for the first time, and you've got like slightly more expansive roster. Start thinking about the precise areas where you're using champions in the game, like we did with the Alice here. Like, this Alice is very, very much specialized to just be a PvP nuker. We're not focusing on pushing like 380% crit damage and just making a hit as hard as possible. We're taking care of like having decent speed. On the Alice, decent accuracy as well as a stone skin piece. She's quite well specialized now for use in PvP. And so there is some promise in that, but the Arbiter isn't quite as specialized. The Arbiter just needs to be fast as hell. She needs to be fast as F, dude, okay? She needs to be like, if the Arbiter goes first for you in arena, your chances of winning most of the time in most arena games, including in live arena, has just increased by like, I don't know, 80%. I do wonder who we're using then as our Hydra provokers here. So, okay. So if we are using Garol, the Garol's not booked, so it's a 4-turn cooldown provoke and a Spirit Affinity champion, meaning if the Head of Decay is Magic Affinity, then we're going to have some trouble. 4-turn cooldown, though, on its own is just really quite long. The UDK is not booked on his AR1, so he can't even be like a backup provoker. The Physics, as we know, isn't booked. Nari isn't booked. Drexthar, of course, probably shouldn't be booked, but he's not really a great provoker either. Do we actually have a fully booked? Okay, are we using Seeker as our Hydra provoker? If we are, then we need a bloody fast Seeker. This isn't enough accuracy to be a Hydra provoker. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing in defense boosts? Oh, okay. So cracks begin to show a little bit here. I do like the journal on the Seeker. Again, this account's got like it's definitely not like the worst account that I've ever been in by a long shot. Let's be real, man. But like we are starting to see some issues here. So okay, where's our Hydra team, man? There it is. This is our hard Hydra. I believe that we manual with this team. We can't just autoplay it. Okay. And so our provoker is the Seeker, who only has 140 accuracy, which is a big bloody problem. So we're going to need to tune up some builds during this account takeover. The Mikey's not booked, we know that for a fact. The Mithrala is booked, and the Lamassu are booked. So that's pretty good. What about the Monkey, though? We know that the Ninja and the Mikey are not booked. So this is not a reliable source of decreased defense, decreased attack from the Mikey, and the Ninja's damage is basically like a third of what it could be. Okay, so the Lamassu's fully booked, and the Lamassu is taking care of block buffs. That's great. Like, that's good stuff. It kind of makes the Sun Wukong a little bit irrelevant, though, man. Like, the Sun Wukong also brings block buffs, and that's fine. That's great, but it's on a 4-turn cooldown, and the Lamassu's already doing that job, and we don't have... The Sun Wukong is another of those where he's half booked, and we've kind of stopped halfway, which is... really sad to see the least. Sun Wukong probably doesn't belong on this Hydra team, to be honest. Like, wouldn't we be better off just running like a Geomancer in Reflex or something? We got the Geomancer in a protection set. Does Geomancer even bring any buffs? HP burn? He doesn't, right? Why is the Geomancer in a protection set? Okay. So definitely some build optimization to do here, man. Besides the protection set, which is very strange, the Geomancer's build is actually not too bad. Crit rate on the gauntlets is interesting. Accuracy on the chest is, you know, fine. Triple resistance roll. Makes me even more confused about the protection set, to be honest. But, oh, there you go. What are our cold hearts like? Okay, so one of our cult hats has, again, way too low accuracy for taking on Stage 20 Fire Knight, Stage 20 Spider, where I'm imagining that we're probably going to be using these cult hats. It's no wonder that we are stuck on those dungeons. Even the Stag Knight's accuracy is just way too low, brother. It's way too low, man. 124. He ain't landing no debuffs on nobody with accuracy like that. The shield set as well is also a thing. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know, it's fine. Or at least I should say it would be fine if we weren't also struggling into Chimera as well. Who are using as our decreased speed debuffer into Chimera? Is Lamasu's decreased speed reliable? The target's a boss has a... Oh, okay. Tight. So I'm assuming that we're using Lamasu as our decreased speed debuffer into Chimera. That's actually fine. Oh, so many things to look at and consider with this account takeover, man. Again, we're also struggling to actually finish in hard mode Doom Tower as well, which I feel like we shouldn't be. It's Eternal Dragon in the current rotation. What are we running against Magma? We're running one Provoker, but it's a 4-turn cooldown Provoke. That's a problem. Oh, never mind. The Seeker's in the team as well. We should be able to beat this. We should be able to beat this, no? I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this team in here and just see what they do. Like, this team should be fine. It's probably not the most optimal that we could be running, but it shouldn't be bad either. So let's just see if this run works out. Okay, damage is a little bit low. It took us nearly a minute to kill that first wave there, which is a bit unusual for Doom Tower. I feel like these waves before bosses tend to go down very, very quickly. Oh, gee. Well, this is what happens if you fail to land the Provoke against Magma Dragon. It's going to smack you real hard, man, and get all those HP burns up, which is kind of nasty. Mithrala's going to do a lot, though, for keeping us alive here, but, yeah, best way to beat this boss is just keep it provoked at all times, of course. Is our Seeker even fast enough to... He's not even going to get to try and land the Provoke, which is really, really sad. And then he gets the Provoke resisted because he has no accuracy, which we already knew that, I suppose. Yeah, we should get big accuracy problems on this account, more than anything, don't we, really? Once again, like, it was resisted again there. We finally do land a Provoke, and then look, the dragon does nothing while it's under Provoke. We're just going to make sure that we check in boxes against bosses here, and that we have the correct stats to specialize our champions against those bosses. Because honestly, this Seeker has failed to land Provoke every single time. Just every single attack into this Magma Dragon. The Seeker's done absolutely nothing for this team so far. We'll give him one more chance before we, yeah, I mean, it should be, that was a double resist right there, bro. Okay. We got a lot to get to in this takeover, man. It's going to be a damn fun one. Mr. Iota just presented me with this account and basically listed every single area of the game as needing attention in some way on his account and just, you know, cry for help style, man. So we're going to do what we can with this takeover, man. I think it's going to be a good one. Thanks for stopping by, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this happy little video, man. And make sure that you avoid the mistakes that I covered in this takeover so far. In future takeover videos in this account, we're going to be fixing all kinds of stuff, man. Hydra teams, dungeon progression teams, amongst a whole bunch of other things too. So thanks for stopping by, man. If you're looking to create a new raid account, make sure to get that done right now by using the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the gosh darn description box. And then we're going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later, man.